Good morning and a very warm welcome from Orlando International Airport. Good to see all of you. Thank you for joining me at Orlando. We are covering the west side of the airfield today. Loads of departures and arrivals and aircraft on the ground movement as well. Beautiful landing there from Frontier with one of their A321s. Like I said, we're over at the west side of the airfield today. Now this is a special show because it's going to be handled slightly differently. This is going to be a pre-recorded live, so we are currently live. I'm filming live as aircraft movements are currently happening. But this show will go out to you guys, to the rest of the world, as soon as we've finished here today. But we are here at Orlando International Airport. We're on the west side, looking at the west side operations. We've got arrivals and departures. As you can see in front of us, we've got the terminal home to Breeze with their wonderful A220s. We've also got Frontier with their wonderful selection of tails. We'll have a look at those in due course. And we've also got American based at this terminal as well. Over to our left, over my left shoulder, we've got United and more American aircraft as well. And one thing which is also really good, we've got a few sheds in the background. So we've got maintenance sheds for United, and we've also got the freighter terminal over here to our left, which is currently vacant because all the aircraft have already left. But there was a DHL 767 just as I was arriving here this morning, so I expect those to fill up at some point during the show. But like I said, we are covering the west side of the airfield today. We may move over to the east later on, but we'll definitely be on west side for the moment, and we'll be getting southerly arrivals and northerly departures here at Orlando International Airport. But a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope you're all doing very well, and thanks for obviously giving up your time to watch this show here from Orlando International. We've got a few iconic buildings in the background as well. We've got downtown Orlando just to our right here, which is north of the airfield. You can see that skyline there, and aircraft will be approaching over the top of that as it comes into Orlando. But we've got a couple aircraft on the ground ready to head out. That first one is Frontier with their A321 heading out to Houston. Lovely Jaguar on the tail. Beautiful tail liveries on the Frontier fleet. just to give you an idea of where Orlando Airport is situated geographically in the area, so the airport is more or less north to south, or south to north. Almost immediately to the west, you have, of course, the theme park capital with Disney, Universal Studios, all that kind of thing. That's over to our left over here. In the background, anyone who's familiar with this area will recognise these landmarks straight away. We've got the city just north of us, downtown Orlando, and straight to our east we've got Cape Canaveral. Now I can't pan around to that because it's the other side of the car park which I'm based in at the moment. But as the crow flies, you've got Cape Canaveral to our east. The city of Orlando just north of here, and to the west you've got all the theme parks here at Orlando as well. But this is an absolutely lovely spot. We've got arriving aircraft and departures. We've even got stack shots here. Let's get the next. You can see the next aircraft on arrivals. Plus the one behind that. And that next arrival is Delta Airlines with their A321neo, all the way from Seattle, 5 hours. Seattle obviously being a major venue for the World Cup. And of course this is early in the morning here in Orlando. Obviously you'll be watching this in the afternoon back in the UK or around the world, wherever you're watching from. It's currently here at the moment at 7 in the morning, so we've got that lovely sunrise glow on the side of fuselages this morning. Right, we've got a UPS taxiing down over to my left shoulder, which we'll get in just a second. Birds just passing the aircraft there. We've got startup over my left shoulder. Lots of action going on the ground here, guys. Look at those lovely cottontails coming off the trailing edge flaps there. And in the background there you can see the Camping World football stadium. Oh, look at that trail off those trailing edge flaps. And beautifully touched down. And there's UPS, their 767 freighter. That one taxiing down to the active. We'll get that one going out in just a minute. But lovely arrival from Delta. We've got our next aircraft coming in, which we'll pan round to in just a second. Delta making its way over. That one from Seattle. Well, maybe it's bringing back fans from last night's game, where unfortunately the United States left the World Cup competition. Now that's going to head over across the airfield and over to the other side behind me, over to the eastern side. I've got UPS rolling out already. Beautiful departure there from UPS. That one taking a very short run up. We just got that taxiing down, heading north, and it quickly switched south on us. Next arrival though into Orlando International. Looks like Southwest. So this one coming in from Nashville, Southwest 787-8 Max. There we go, with a lovely backdrop of Orlando, downtown Orlando in the background. Butter landing from Southwest there, 737-8 Max. Now that one will be making a U-turn and heading down across towards us, because Southwest is based on the other side of the airfield behind us, but over my right shoulder. Got another Southwest heading over to the active. So this one heading out to Phoenix. Very hot but beautiful Phoenix. Zoom out just a little bit so you can see a bit of backdrop as well. Just let them finish taxiing down. Let's have a look at Breeze. You can see their fleet of A220s. A very warm welcome to everyone. I hope you're all doing very well. My name is Stu, AirplaneVideoGuy. We are currently at Orlando International Airport. We're on the west side of the airfield, and we will be getting arrivals and departures right in front of you here. Now the runways we have in front of us. We have two runways right in front of us. To our right we've got 18 right and 18 left. Two runways on this side of the airfield to allow departures and arrivals. And we also have two runways on the west side of the airport, on the east side of the airport as well. So here's our next departure. southwest out to Phoenix.
She is out of here. We're getting our next arrival very, very soon. Let's go over to the terminal where we've got United based at. You can see many of the United tails there. We've also got a few aircraft of Breeze and Alaskan. And we've also got, there was an American 737 here earlier. That one also based this terminal. We've got America actually just over to the right. Now all these satellite terminals, they're all connected by this rail, which you can see here, which is an autonomous rail, and that takes passengers in and out to the terminals, to the main terminal, where security is, shops, restaurants, that kind of thing. There's 4 of those satellite terminals, all off the main building, which we're actually in at the moment. And there's also Terminal C, which, if you saw the last stream we did here from Orlando, is at the southern side of the airfield. So we've got American on pushback just in front of us. So American hasn't popped up on radar yet, so we'll get a destination of her in just a second. United on pushback over to my left, that one heading out to Newark. This is the rush hour of the day, first thing in the morning. A lot of aircraft heading into Orlando, a lot heading out. It's that beautiful tail on Frontier there. All of their aircraft have different tails on them. United over to my left shoulder over here on pushback as well. Like I said, that one heading out to Newark. That'll be taxiing down to the same departure point and threshold as American. American's now up on radar. That one heading out to Dallas Fort Worth, which from here is just a couple of hours in the air. It's like two and a half hours. We've also got coming down from Terminal C, heading out to San Juan, JetBlue with their A220. And we've also got another American on radar with their A321, just waiting for confirmation of where that one is heading. Frontier, we've got one of those popping up on radar as well, A320 Neo heading out to Raleigh. A lot of movements now, guys. Lots of aircraft making their way out of Orlando. There's Frontier on the way down. Oh, that one's actually going over to the east side. Now this is quite an interesting movement, which I'll show you in a second. Unfortunately, we're not located in the right position to see it in its entire travel. But when aircraft do go from east to west or west to east here at Orlando, they have to travel over roads and railway lines. And you'll see this one here, this is traveling over a major artery into the airport, which is very, very cool. I absolutely love it. And you can be traveling into the airport on one of these interstates or artery roads into the airport, and you're literally driving alongside the aircraft. Frontier heading over to the east side of the airfield. It's got United on the move. Right, just going to knock up the ND filter on the camera. Because as you can see, it's getting incredibly bright here now. As soon as that sun raises from behind the horizon of the east coast, it really illuminates everything here in Orlando. So we've still got American taxiing down to the active to our right. Looks like United's also going to head over to the east side as well. So we'll go over to United because we've got them on the threshold now. So as mentioned, this one is heading out to Dallas Fort Worth. I've actually got an aircraft on the downwind leg just over my shoulder, which is coming. That one coming from Phoenix, a Frontier A321. Let's see if I can actually get that just while we're waiting for. Can we get no? The sun is so bright; it's very hard to pick them out on the camera. But we'll go over to American at the threshold of the departing runway here at Orlando. This is going to be your next departure. We've got Southwest heading down to the active. This one heading out to Kansas City. Got Alaska on pushback to our left, let's go round to Alaska. We've also got in the background, which you never really appreciate because you never see them go working. But in the background there, we've actually got the tractors mowing the grass really, really slowly. You just never see them. You just never see them doing it, do you? It's like just like it mystically cuts itself. But those guys are doing their thing in the background there. Over to Southwest, heading out on the west side of the airfield. We've also got Delta heading over as well. We'll catch up on that one in just a second. There from Southwest. Do apologise about the noises in the background. We've actually got some workmen going on this level in the car park just behind us. They are kind of out of sight around the corner, but clearly making enough noise to make up for being out of sight. If that does continue to get louder, we can move position. Right, so we do have incoming aircraft into Orlando right in front of us. Of course, we've got that Delta Airlines, that one heading out to Los Angeles, A321neo. And we also have on finals from Richmond, JetBlue in their Dominican Republic special livery. That's definitely one to watch out for, and we'll see lots of special liveries because one thing the North American carriers and South American carriers are good at is using different liveries on their airframes. So we've got Frontier there, also on pushback. We've also got in from Phoenix, Frontier with their A321, 3 hours 50 minutes from Phoenix. be getting her arriving just shortly. It's just on finals now, actually. We'll pan round to that next arriving aircraft. You can see the wall back there with the aircraft wing walkers. We've also got a BizJet on its way down from the terminals over to our left. The freighter terminals are neighbours to the BizJets, and we're going to get a lot of those coming down during the show as well. Alright, I've got a start-up on that Frontier. There's that lovely shot with the downtown Orlando backdrop. Lovely butter smooth landing from Frontier. So our next arrival coming in behind that arriving Frontier. This one in the Dominican Republic livery, this one from Richmond, JetBlue. Lovely touchdown from that A321 Neo. From JetBlue, we've got Alaska also heading down to the active. You can see that shot there. Just looking across the airfield, to show you the United sheds over there. We've got a couple of aircrafts outside. We've got Frontier just at the base of the active. We've also got a business jet just also about to jump on the active as well. That one designated to come back to Orlando, so maybe some training flights. Frontier heading down to the active A320, heading out to Atlanta. That's our next departure behind this business jet. us. We're not hanging around at all. We're going straight back to Frontier because that one is on the active next. Frontier out next. So lots of movement going on. We've got Frontier obviously on the active now. We've also got another Frontier on the way down, and Alaska as well. Another Frontier actually. 3 on the move in total. And when this one actually rotates, once we finish following her out, we'll go back down to that jet blue with the Dominican Republic livery. It's absolutely stunning. Going to have a look at that livery on JetBlue. Beautiful. Love to see this on more European carriers. Another United hangar across the airfield from us. We've also got JetBlue on the other side, so we've got a few more heavier aircraft over there. We've also got one in the older livery. So our next departing aircraft is, I believe it's Alaska. Let's go over to the threshold of the active to get our next departure. There she is there, ready to go out next. Also got Southwest on the way over as well. Beautiful departure there from the Southwest. We've got Frontier next to head out on the active. That one will be just joining the active in just a second. Frontier out next. Orlando. We've got a Breeze on pushback just in front of us as well, one of their A220s. As I mentioned, we've got Breeze on the way out here. This one just pushed back. We've also got one behind her as well, also being pushed back. So very busy at the terminal in front of us. We've seen a lot of Frontier aircraft that leave the terminal. We've also got Southwest just about to jump onto the active as well, which will follow out just as she's ready to jump onto the active. We've also got arriving aircraft as well into Orlando. So next arriving aircraft into Orlando, which is going to spin round to get that next arrival. Look at that shot over the top of downtown Orlando. Beautiful backdrop there. Frontier in from LAX. You can see the Camping World football ground in the background there as well. And you'll also get the theme park capital to the background in just a second as well. Another butter smooth landing there from Frontier. And the last time we were here, actually, there was lots of Spirit aircraft just in the corner here, down at the base of the runway. There's a side area here, an apron to park aircraft up. And as you drove past the airport, you can see the passing traffic there. You almost were underneath the wings and the fuselage of those Spirit aircraft. Those have moved on now, though. Got UPS on pushback. We'll be following her around definitely in a second. UPS 767 freighter heading out to Louisville. Frontier just disappearing behind the trees there. Just trying to find that UPS. I can't see any UPS over at the terminal. So this is the freighter terminal over here, which is based at the back here and also to the left. UPS tend to be over here, which is where we've seen the ones I've seen this morning, the departure had earlier leave. We've also got more cargo terminals over here. Our next arrival though, so let's get this next arriving aircraft, Southwest. beautiful A220 a breeze. We do have our next arriving aircraft over to my right shoulder. So I'm just going to zoom out just for a second and then we'll pan over round to that in just a second. So next aircraft coming in from Washington DC, JetBlue, A320neo. And southwest heading down to the active to depart out of Orlando over here on the west side of the airfield. Lovely touchdown there from JetBlue, their A320. Lovely blue skies here in Orlando. No trouble for pilots today. We had a cracking storm here the last couple of nights. Last night in particular, absolutely hammering down all afternoon. Typical Florida weather at this time of year. It'd be nice to get up to the airfield when we do have one of those storms. And we see UPS actually over there on the left with their 767 freighter. So only the one aircraft can taxi over these bridges at the moment. So the Southwest heading down to the active. We've got another one just waiting to our left to make the return journey over that bridge. What if aircraft do the hand signal like bus drivers do when they go past each other from the same bus line, coach line? So let's go over to UPS with their 767, just about to jump onto the active. So as mentioned, UPS heading out to Louisville with their 767-300 freighter. We've also got at the threshold that Breeze Airways we followed down, their A220-300, that one heading out to Pensacola. and southwest, which we just see in the corner of the picture. We saw taxiing over the bridge. That one heading out to Birmingham with a 737 MAX -8. We've also got United on the way down as well. Follow her down very, very shortly. So UPS heading out next by the look of it. Or Breeze, I think Breeze is going to beat her to it. On the roll already. I've seen parallel landing and departures at the same time on these two runways ahead of us. I haven't seen two aircraft depart at the same time parallel. So UPS is still holding. Lovely departure there from Breeze. Let's head over to UPS. That's Boeing 767-300 freighter. Waiting to depart next. We've got United heading down to the active. That one heading out to Denver with their A321 Neos. We've also got Delta Airlines with one of their pencils, 757-200s, heading over to this side of the airfield as well. Look forward to seeing that one heading out to Atlanta. Got another freighter on the way down. I was saying earlier I couldn't see this UPS, and it turns out there's another freighter terminal which is hidden by trees. You can see the back of the building, but not the other side where the aircraft are present. So just waiting for this UPS 767-300 freighter to head out. Around to the left a sec, you see that beautiful Delta pencil, 757-200. Go back over to the active, and we've got UPS on roll. Nice and early as well. Must be a light load on that one. She is beautiful. Right, on to our next departing aircraft. We've got Delta heading down. We've also got United over here. On tow. That one coming over probably from the maintenance bays over to our right. We've also got, just going over to that terminal. I definitely saw an aircraft being on its taxiing down. Could have oh, there it is. It's a FedEx.
So we've got FedEx on the way down with one of their 767-300 freighters. Nice treat for today. We've got Southwest holding short of the active at the moment. So we've got an arriving aircraft which we'll get coming in just a second. You can see the theme parks in the background there behind FedEx. We've got Frontier on pushback. Things starting to get very, very busy here at Orlando, so apologise for the bouncing around with the camera. There's just so much to take in. Lovely to get these freighters in, these workhorses, old 767s. We do have our next arriving aircraft, which is JetBlue with their A321 in from JFK. Let's go over to that. I think I've got all the restaurants below me because all I can smell is food. Bouncer, more than JetBlue. Lots of butter landings this morning at Orlando. And again, another different livery for JetBlue, a different tail on this one. Let's go back over towards the active. We've got our next departing aircraft. Southwest this time. We've got FedEx getting close to the threshold of 018 left and right. We've got FedEx just waiting shy there of the active. We've got our next arriving aircraft, and at the same time we've got Delta with that pencil ready to head out to Atlanta. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. We are going to get simultaneous landing and departure at the same time over on the west side of the airfield. As Frontier touches down, we're going to get Delta coming up alongside it. Just something you only really see over here in North America. And here we go, here comes Delta. Beautiful 757-200 from Delta, heading out to Atlanta. Big trunk route up to Atlanta. Atlanta being a hub for Delta, their major hub, and they have a lot of aircraft that go out to Atlanta daily from Orlando. We're going to go back over to the active because we've got FedEx still holding short over there for 18 left, sorry. We do have more arriving aircraft, which looks like Southwest. Next arriving aircraft from St. Louis, 737-8 MAX of Southwest. We've got parallel landings on both
the east and west side of the airfield. Unfortunately, I'm not able to position myself where we can get both sides. There is some maintenance work just going on behind me. Otherwise, we'll be able to get both incoming aircraft from both sides of the airfield. Departure there from United. We're going back over to the threshold of the active. It's got our next arriving aircraft, which is at Southwest. Southwest having lots of Dash 8 Maxes and 7s in their fleet. Sorry, 8s and 9s in their fleet. Another butter landing, this time from Southwest. We're going to go back over to FedEx because it's just about to jump onto the active. We've got a lovely Southwest due in with a special livery with a Lone Star livery. Unfortunately, that's coming in on the other side of the airfield. Been great to have seen that one. But FedEx out next. This one going to Memphis. We've also got lots of aircraft down ready to go out on 18 left, including Southwest to Chicago, Southwest out to Nashville. We've got Copa Airlines out to Panama. Right, FedEx is on the roll. Beautiful departure there from FedEx. More aircraft on the way down. We've got Frontier heading down towards us. And as I mentioned before, we've got at least 5 or 6 aircraft down at the threshold of 18 left, ready to head out to Orlando. We've got United also heading down to the active. That one heading out to San Francisco with their 737-9 MAX. Southwest out next. We've also got Breeze on pushback just over my left shoulder, with another one of their A220 fleet. tiny little stubby Southwest 737. More freighters on the way. Another one of FedEx. Another one of their 767 freighters. Definitely being spoiled on the freighter side today. There's me thinking that's them all gone. But here we go, we've got another one heading down. We're going to go back over to the active though, because we've got Copet heading out next. This one heading out to Panama City. So as always, I will be giving you a little bit of trivia about the airfield, and also asking you guys some questions which you can post in the comments after this live feed. The answers, see if you can all get a few of my some of the questions I got on my sleeve right today. She goes behind the NCP. We do have an arriving aircraft though, so another Southwest. This one in from Kansas City. 2 hours and 20 minutes airborne. Got one on the roll as well, double Southwest, double helpings. Got a departing aircraft and arriving at the same time. Nice butter landing again. We've just got the departing Southwest just about to come up alongside. I mean, you're seeing just how busy this airport is. It has to be very efficient with its operations, which is why it can do departing and arriving aircraft on the same parallel runways. And not to mention, we also have 2 runways over to the east as well, which are also doing the same thing. So as you see aircraft arriving, they're also arriving on the other side as well. So good for getting traffic through, especially in the mornings here when it's really, really busy. This is the rush hour at the moment, busiest time of the day at Orlando. So we've got more aircraft already on the active, more aircraft heading down as well. You can see aircraft got United down there. Next one on the roll, Southwest. This one up nice and early. Beautiful. Just in the middle of the airfield, we've got breeze on its way up. This is going to be heading over to the other side of the airfield, I see. We've also got Southwest, which arrived just a couple of minutes ago, just holding short there. Now, this aircraft is actually right in between 18 left and 18 right. So as she waits there, she'll have aircraft arriving and departing either side of her, which is just absolutely mad. Let's go back over to the active of 18 left and right. We've got that UPS waiting short there to jump on. We've actually got United ready to head out next. Using the most of that runway to get airborne. She's gone there. We've got Frontier also heading out in front of us, making the move. Look at those tails, aren't they just absolutely brilliant? We've got Raccoon on the back of this one. And some more over here, just to the other side of that satellite terminal. But we've got next departing aircraft and arriving at the same time, which is why that FedEx is holding short. We've got Delta with their 757-200 from Atlanta. We saw one go out just a little while ago, and we've got the arriving aircraft to replace that one at the airfield. There's FedEx waiting there to depart the airfield. And we've also got loads of aircraft waiting to depart as well. But let's get Delta in next with their 757-200 from Atlanta. But a smooth landing, this time from Delta with that 757-200. Beautiful plane, very rare over in Europe, but over here a lot still in utilisation. And as she comes to a taxi roll, we've got Southwest just about to go past. Heading out of the airport. We're going to go back over to the threshold of 18 left in a second because we've got FedEx about to head out next. FedEx is holding short still because we do have an arriving aircraft. We've got from San Antonio, Southwest with a 737-8 MAX. And behind that we have another Southwest from Chicago Midway. 2-hour flight from up there. So very, very busy here at Orlando, and so much going on the ground.
butter here today. It's ridiculous. Right, we've got Southwest coming over the bridge just to my right. Again, if you're travelling in and out of Orlando, what a great sight it is to see these aircraft taxiing over the top of the roads. There's quite a few of these bridges around the airfield. Some even have train lines running under them as well. JetBlue also on the way down towards us with one of their A321s. Sea of Southwest here at 18 left and right. Big hub for Southwest here. Now their terminal is actually on the other side of the airfield, but they all seem to be departing, or most seem to be departing over here on the east side. We'll go back over to the threshold of 18 left because we've got FedEx going out next with their 767-300 freighter. So FedEx is going to have to leave either quickly or it's still holding short because we do have arriving aircraft on 18 left again. Just get an idea of how busy it is here. We've got numerous aircraft waiting to go out. We've got two Americans heading down now, and we've also got JetBlue just over my left shoulder. We've got another American heading down as well. All getting very busy here during the morning rush here at Orlando. So FedEx making the move onto the active. FedEx looks like it's going across 18 left to 18 right. And that might be because we do have an arriving aircraft just about to touch down. That's 18 left it's going on. So we've got 18 left and 18 right next door to each other. And bizarrely, I mentioned earlier about the two parallel runways on the other side of the airfield. Now you might think to yourself, well, if we've got 18 left and right here, what do we call the ones on the other side of the airfield? Well, the truth is they're actually, because they're so far apart from each other across the airfield, so we've got two over here on the left and two over on the right, because they're so far away from each other, they're actually 17, not 18. When you look at the compass, they're ever so slightly out just because they're so far away from each other. Their coordinates are slightly different. So we've got 18 left and right over here in front of us. And we've got 17 left and right behind us on the other side. Right, FedEx on the roll.
Beautiful departure there from FedEx. Great to see these freighters. That's our third one today. 2 FedEx and 1 UPS. Definitely being treated here at Orlando. Lots of aircraft ready to go out next. You can see them all waiting in the corner here. Southwest next on the active. We've got American heading down here. We've got the second American, and we also have JetBlue as well heading down there. We've got Frontier also heading down over here. Right, I'm just going to grab a very quick drink. I'm going to leave you on taxiing aircraft down to the bottom of the threshold of 18 left. We've got our next arriving aircraft. I'm just going to grab a quick drink. I'll be right back with you. If you are new here to the stream, my name is Stu, Airplane Video Guy. Thank you very much for joining me today here from Orlando International. Now this stream is a little bit different to normal. Of course, we're always live. That's the general rule of our streams. We try and be as live as much as we can. Due to some filming permissions today, we can't record, we can't film live to the general public. I can film live to a private channel on YouTube, and then as soon as we finish, I can make it available to everyone to see. So it's kind of a pre-recorded live. But everything you see at the moment is what happened earlier today when you watch this. Now this is a morning rush hour stream, so we've got lots of action, as you've probably already seen already. We've already got our next arriving aircraft ready to come into the airfield. Southwest 737 MAX 8 from Omaha. Lovely shot there over downtown Orlando. That definitely isn't a Southwest, so there must be another aircraft which I've missed on flight radar. Looks like JetBlue. This is JetBlue in the Super Mario livery. What a special livery to catch. This one from Albany. My daughter will be over the moon to see this one. Being a massive Nintendo fan. Look at the spoilers still deployed there on that JetBlue. On their A320. So we can't quite see it very well from this shot, but alongside the fuselage you've got all the Super Mario characters. There we go, look at that. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to have to tell my daughter about that one. She's not really a big AV geek like myself, but she does love a good livery, especially on EVA and ANA. They have really playful liveries, having fun with their aircraft. And like I said earlier in the stream, I mean, it's so nice and so good when airlines push the boat out and have a bit of fun with their liveries. It's like anything, it's good publicity, and I'm sure if my daughter had the choice, she would be flying with JetBlue just because of this livery. got more arriving aircraft just over my right shoulder. More JetBlue on the way in. Like I said, it's a major hub for them. Now their terminal is based on the other side of the car park we're in at the moment, but they're coming on both east and west side of the airfield. Do have more JetBlue on the way in. Our next arrival will be from San Juan. But what a catch. Great to have these playful liveries. Really, really good. JetBlue heading up to Terminal C, which is at the far south of the airfield. We're going to go back to our right. We've got American just about to take off. We're actually going to go a bit further to the threshold because we've got JetBlue landing. Another butter landing, this time from JetBlue. We've got Southwest next to arrive at the airfield. Back over to the active, we've got Southwest heading out next. So I said earlier about a bit of trivia. Here's your first question. Of course, take your time, let me know down in the comments your answers. So, Orlando International Airport. Now, if you were to look for Orlando on your tracking app or online, you'll notice that the airport code for it is MCO. Can you tell me why it's MCO and not something like ORL for Orlando? Why is Orlando International Airport marked as MCO? So if you're familiar with Orlando, you might recognise some of these landmarks in the background there. To the left, you've got that great big wheel which is called the Orlando Eye. That tall blue tower to the right of it is called the Starflight. It's one of the tallest chair swing rides, if you want to call it, which rotate. Which is ridiculously tall. It's so high, it's ridiculous. To the right of that, you've got Universal's new park, Epic Universe. I move to the left, you will hopefully see the skyline of parts of Disney World. We've got our next departing aircraft, JetBlue, out next. Look at those beautiful tails of Frontier. Every single one of them different. We've got the raccoon down here. But next aircraft on the move, we've got American just jumping onto the active. This one heading out to Chicago. Looks like it's going to 18 right. 18 left for departure. Behind that, we've got another American. That one heading out to Dallas, Fort Worth. Maybe we'll get simultaneous departures. We do have an inbound aircraft which is just going over or approaching downtown Orlando, which is southwest. I'm coming in from their 737 MAX from Atlanta. So that's why we have one aircraft of American on the active, one holding short. Departure there. We've got Southwest, it just landed on the 18 left. We're going to go round back to the threshold because we've got more aircraft waiting to depart the airfield. We've got American there, which we saw taxi over. That one just holding short at the moment. No one on the active just yet, so not entirely sure why American is holding short. Just check flight radar, see if we got any incoming aircraft, which I'm not aware of. Nothing inbound at the moment on established on finals. So whether American has been asked to wait for the next departed aircraft to jump in ahead. We're going to go for a little recce around the airfield in just a second, see what's going on at the terminals. So I can share some sights of the airport with you. Right, American is on the roll, so that one is your next departure. This one going out to Chicago. If you are enjoying this pre-recorded live stream, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, a like would be fantastic, and a sub to the channel would mean the world. I really appreciate that. And of course, if you really want to support the channel and you enjoyed each and every one of the shows we're doing here at AirplaneVideoGuy, you can consider becoming a member as well, which you can hit the join button in the comments. So next departure to Chicago, American Airlines. Gear up. Now departures are southbound at the moment, so a lot of these aircraft will head out south and then make either long or tight U-turns to head north out of the Sunshine State. We've got Breeze on the way down with one of their A220-300s. Another airline becoming a very large presence here and growing very quickly as well. I remember when they had about 3 or 4 aircraft in their fleet, and they were generally doing 1 or 2 routes. I think they did 1 to LA, and I think 1 possibly to South America. Just going to go to our right. We've got American being towed over the bridge. Let's have a look at the terminal just in front of us. So this is a satellite terminal which is joined by an autonomous train which runs from here along the track here and into the main terminal which I'm on the top of at the moment. So it just goes into that kind of greenhouse facade there, it arrives there, passengers depart and arrive at the same point, and then that taxis them out to that satellite terminal. Just looking across the airfield at the moment, we've got United at 757 on tow. Where have you gone? Oh, there you are. Let's go over to my left. We've got our second satellite terminal, again connected by a train which you can see here. We've got 2 rails that run simultaneously, and they run into the main terminal, which is where I'm in at the moment. This particular terminal has the presence of American. It also has United based there as well. Also is home, or certainly was home to Breeze as well, but it's also home to Alaska. You can see some United tails there and an American just at the end of that jetty. That American on tow is heading over, looks like it's being towed to that remote terminal which we were just looking at, that satellite terminal. Even that might even be the case for that United in the background there as well, also on tow. They might be also taking that one to the satellite terminal as well. Yeah, that's the case, because it's coming inwards now into the airfield. But beautiful aircraft, absolutely stunning. Another bit of trivia for you guys, which you can answer at your own earliest convenience. Now in Florida, there's quite a few airports, major airports. We've got obviously Orlando. One you'll be most familiar with is Miami. We've also got Tampa and Fort Lauderdale as well, which we have frequent connection with Europe, which fly there. The likes of British Airways and Virgin fly to most of those airports, which I mentioned. But out of all of those, which one handles the most passengers? Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami and Orlando. Which ones handle the most passengers? Let me know in the comments. So we do have a little bit of a lull in arrivals. We do have Southwest on the active on 18 right, ready to go out next. We've got one of those trains on the move, which I mentioned earlier, down to the satellite terminals, which connects the passengers to the main terminal. Well, there's over 40 passenger airlines that fly in and out of Orlando, quite a lot. We're obviously seeing Frontier and Breeze in front of us at the moment, but on the other side of the airfield we've got many more airlines, plus you've also got Terminal C, which I referred to earlier, which is based at the south end of the airfield. So currently it's 9 AM in the morning here in Orlando, so we're coming up towards the end of the morning rush. Now I'm saying to you it's the end of the morning rush. It's not by any means not a busy airport just because the rush is over. It is still very, very busy here. There's a reason they've got 4 runways. But it is mental busy here first thing in the morning, so it's nice to see that calm down. It means we've got a little bit more time in between aircraft movements, and we can sort of talk and discuss movements, any parts of the airfield, that sort of thing. And if you've got any questions about the airfield, anything you might want to know or something I might be able to help you with, let me know down in the comments. So got that United pencil on the way up to the terminal. Great to see that in front of us. And loads of 757s still in use over here in North America. United and Delta mainly running them all over the shop here in North America. We get quite a few of them down here at Orlando. We saw that one from Tampa. Sorry, not from Tampa, from Atlanta with Delta. We had 1 depart and 1 arrive. I've flown on them quite a few times from here up to Atlanta on their 757. Just moving over to our left, we're going to go over to the satellite stand, which has American base in it, and also United, which would be where that United 757 will be heading up to. We've got American just holding short just over here. That one obviously waiting to go into this satellite terminal. She's a beaut, isn't she? So we've got our next arrival on 18 left or right, which is Frontier. We obviously talking about Atlanta just a second ago. This one comes from Atlanta, the Frontier, the A320neo. And we also have American Airlines from Charlotte also due in after that, but it looks like it's coming in on the east side of the airfield. Touchdown from Frontier. Another better landing today. Lots of great lands. Wind is very minimal here at Orlando today. Of course, it's very early in the morning, so conditions are perfect. Tends to get a bit more livelier with the weather in the afternoons. I'd say for the last few days we've been getting some really good hard showers and thunder and lightning in the area. We've got that JetBlue which came in earlier. Right, there you are. The Dominican Republic livery. That one in and out very, very quickly. Another example of the playful liveries they have here over in the States. We've also got United on pushback just in front of us here at the satellite terminal. We've also got United heading down to the active as well, one of their A321neos. Have our next arriving aircraft established on finals coming into 18 right from Louisville, Southwest Airlines with their 737-700s. That's the smaller variant, the short stubby 737. That one established on finals. We'll get her coming in very, very shortly. We also have, which we're very well treated to today, back onto freighters. If you enjoy the freighters here at Orlando and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, you're going to enjoy what's coming in shortly. We've actually got DHL coming in with their 76300 from Cincinnati. And I'm hoping that's going to be coming in front of us because obviously the cargo area is just over to our left. It makes sense for them to come in on this side. We've also got Southwest from Dallas with their 737 MAX 8. We've got Delta heading over as well, over the bridge to my right. Look at that, cars passing underneath and alongside it. So this Delta A321neo heading out to Detroit, and right behind that, following it over the bridge, I'm going to go back to the right here because we're going to see it coming over in just a second. We are going to have Delta with their A321neo, this one heading out to Seattle. Just wait for that one to appear on the bridge. Just needs a little bit more time to appear in shot. Just quickly go over to our left, you can see more aircraft heading down to the active. Like I said before, the morning rush is coming to an end, but it doesn't mean that Orlando sleeps when the rush is over. It's still busy here at Orlando. Here we go, Delta heading over the bridge as well. This one heading over to Seattle. It's almost one corner of the country to the opposing corner, up to Seattle. I think Alaska would be the furthest point it could probably fly to. Seattle not far away from that. But look at that, traffic underneath, traffic alongside. You could literally just drive around Orlando Airport all day and you'd be travel alongside or underneath aircraft. So we do have that arriving aircraft in from Louisville of Southwest. It's just about to travel in front of downtown Orlando. What a backdrop that is. We should hopefully have DHL also on finals established for arrival. I think now most of, if you think of Delta's fleet now, they used to use the Boeing 717s, which I'd probably call, well, many people would call Mad Dogs, because they're essentially the same as the McDonnell Douglas alternative. But you would have called them the baby Boeings of the sky at the moment. It's probably these at the moment, these stubby little 737-700s. Right, we've got United heading down towards the active. We've got Delta heading out next. Beautiful departure there from Delta. We've got one of their another Delta frame ready to head out on the active next. We've got DHL established on finals. Next aircraft to leave the airfield is that Delta Airlines A321neo out to Detroit. Following that, we've got Delta heading out to Seattle, and behind that we've got United heading out to Denver. But we do have DHL there, 767-300 freighter in next. Following that, we've got Southwest from Dallas after that. Now this aircraft has really taken the void from the 757. Longest variant of the A320 family, the A321. Next arrival into Orlando, we've got Frontier actually just on startup. You can probably just hear those engine noises in the background, probably the APU as well, which they will be shutting down simultaneously. We've got DHL inbound now. You cannot miss the yellow banana in the sky. Of course, we see these over at Heathrow on a regular spot for live streaming. Touchdown from DHL. Reverses on full. Love the sharklets on the end of those wings on the 767. Now we do have our next arrival on finals. We've got Southwest about to touch down next. We'll go round her in just a second. We've also got the active United heading out next, which we'll also pan round to see in just a second. And that's the good sign about this this side of the airfield. We've got obviously arriving into part an aircraft, but you've got that we've got the cargo terminal over there as well.
next arriving aircraft coming into Orlando International from Birmingham was Southwest with their 737-8 MAX. Followed by that, more Southwest from Nashville this time, another 737-8 MAX. Then we've got Delta coming in from Detroit with their A321. Lots of aircraft queuing up to get into Orlando. We've also got United from Chicago with their A321. Southwest from Indiana. American in from Dallas-Fort Worth. Lots of aircraft due into the airfield. Butter landing, this time from Southwest. So aircraft on pushback. Now this looks really awkward because he's facing the wrong way, needs to be the opposite way, and it's incredible to see them turn these aircraft around with the tugs. They literally spin them on a 50p piece. Floater, there we go, nicely done. Well done, Southwest. We've got our next aircraft due in to 18 left. They're coming in thick and fast. As I said earlier, the rush hour is over now, but it's definitely not dead here at Orlando. It's still a busy hub and it's non-stop. Now we have a Frontier Jet A320 waiting over here. Must be waiting for gate. Now there are lots of gates available here at the terminal, so strange that it can't use one of the other gates. So we've got United jumping on the active next. This one heading out to Denver, their A321neo.
Now behind that United we also have Frontier, which is ready to depart the airfield as well. Just waiting for the roll of this United. Shouldn't be too long. There's no aircraft on the airfield at all in front. A little bit, just while we're waiting for United to start the roll, a little bit more information on Orlando Airport. They actually travel to more than 160 destinations from this airport. It gives you a bit of gravitas as to how big this airport is. I'm sure you've seen from previous streams when we were based on the other side of this car park we're in at the moment, just how big this airfield is. It is really, really big. Enjoying the video, of course, a like and a sub to the channel would be amazing. My name is Stu, AirplaneVideoGuy. It's great to have you here and watching this live stream from early this morning here in Orlando. Like I said, if you are enjoying this, a like would mean the world to me. I really appreciate that, and help push this video out to more people like-minded like yourselves who want to watch fantastic aviation from different parts of the world. And if this is the kind of content you like, it might be worth hitting that sub button as well, so you can see more airside action like this in the future. We are going to have a few more shows here from Orlando, including live shows and maybe one more pre-recorded. I need to double check that. It's great to bring you Orlando Airport, especially to viewers over in Europe. I'm going to try and get different locations here at the airport for the filming. Now the ops aren't in our favour today. If we were on northerly ops, as opposed to southerly, we would have a location down by the runway, where we get the aircraft taxiing down for departure, nice and close to the aircraft, but it's quite a way out for operations today. It would be hard to, we'd get departing aircraft, but again it wouldn't be very close up. From here you get a lot of everything. We've got arriving aircraft, taxiing aircraft and departing aircraft all from one place. Right, we've got Frontier on its way out just to our right. We've also got our next arriving aircraft, which is Southwest. Now we do have simultaneous landing and departures over here on the west side of the airfield. We're obviously following the Southwest aircraft, which actually have a Frontier takeoff over the left shoulder on the neighbouring runway. And we have this action on both sides of the airfield, on 17 left and right, on behind me over the back of the NCP we're in at the moment. We've got simultaneous landings and departures there as well. We do have another aircraft on its way into the airfield, which we'll track in just a second. Just going to go over to this Frontier because it looks like they're packing up, ready to depart. Tug is attached to the front. In terms of departures, we've got Orlando to Nashville with Frontier with their A321. That just at the threshold of 18 right. We also have just landing into Orlando from Chicago, United with their A321. We'll go over to that now actually, just before we go back to Frontier on pushback. Now we do have a lot of domestic traffic here this morning, most routes based in North America. Nice private jet in the background there. We also have the international traffic which starts to arrive early afternoon. Now we won't be around for that today, that'll be for another show. I thought it'd be great to show you the rush hour here at Orlando this morning. Just how busy it gets. Right, I'm going to move from United over to back to Frontier over in front of us. Frontier in front of us, ready to be pushed back. We've got the wing walkers out ready. Tugs being attached. Our next arriving aircraft is Southwest from Indiana. That will be in just very, very shortly. Another one of their stubby baby Boeings, 737-700. And then another treat. Now we obviously saw Delta fly in and out with their 757-200 to Atlanta. We've got their next arriving aircraft from Atlanta, again another 757. That one number 2 out. And then we've got American in from Dallas with their 737-800. So lots of great aircraft on their way in. We're going to stay on Frontier just for the moment and get this aircraft. Hopefully we'll get some nice startup sounds and obviously we'll get them checking all the relevant flaps, primary and secondary control features on the aircraft. I've just spotted it's obviously not aviation related, but just on the top of the roof here, it looks like we've got workers doing something to the top of the terminal. Not entirely sure what they're up to. Let's go back down to Frontier. So this one just about to be pushed back.
that BizJet going out in the background. We'll just get her going out while we're waiting for that pushback. Southwest just about to arrive into Orlando. Let's get her arriving, and we'll go back to Frontier startup. Do have Delta with that 757-200 from Atlanta established on finals. We'll go over to her in a second. We'll just stay on Frontier. It looks like they've got the wing walkers out ready. Looks like the tug is being joined, or already is joined up, ready to push back. And we'll hopefully get some of those startup sounds and all the primary and secondary control surface checks as well. Delta 757-200 from Atlanta. Delta's major hub, where you can see the famous Fly Delta Jets hangar, and also home to their museum as well. She goes, just going over to Delta on the far side there. Hoping she was going to be taxiing right in front of us. She still will, just a little bit further away. It's got a next arrival on finals established, which is American with their 737-800.
EasyJet jumping ahead of American on finals. This one a private owner, Cessna 172 Skyhawk. And I can see American next on its way in, established on finals. Just going back over to Frontier, still no pushback just yet. The tug is in position. We've got American Airlines heading out to Phoenix, just taxiing down to 18 right. We'll get her departing. We might actually get a simultaneous arrival and departure from American. So American coming in from Dallas and American going out with to Phoenix. Touchdown there from American. We've got the one heading out to their A321, just jumping onto the active on the roll now. JetBlue on the way down to 18 left. Got one of Reese's A220 also on pushback. That's Southwest heading down to the active, is heading out to Indiana. One of their 737-800s. So another quick question or Q&A trivia. about Orlando. So drop the answer down in the comments for this one. So Orlando International Airport is one of only a few airports in the country which is serviced also by a high-speed rail link, which links many parts of Florida together. Can you name me the name of that train, that rail link which connects Orlando all the way down to Miami? United looks like, I'm not sure if they're on the active or if they're holding. I think they're just holding in between runways. For a second I thought they'd stopped on the runway. We've got Southwest heading out alongside it. Very odd, that's the first time I've seen an aircraft hold at that position. We'll just stay on her for a second. That Breeze aircraft, that A220, is going to be heading down to the active. We'll get her going out shortly. Now we do have another cargo jet heading out, which is cargo jet to Miami, 767-300 freighter. We'll probably, I should assume we'll definitely get her going out shortly. We've also got another freighter by the look of it as well, which is due out just after 10 AM here local time. It'd be great to get those two going out. Very, very shortly here at Orlando International. We've got that special livery Southwest on its way over. That I saw it come in on flight radar on the other side of the airfield. So this one's heading out to Nashville. Beautiful livery though. The Lone Star 1 livery. Obviously a tribute there to American heritage in some way, shape or form. That United still sat on the taxiway. there could be a chance they might be waiting for gates, but very odd place for an aircraft to wait. I'm sure that's a safety hazard at that point on the airfield. Just going to the right, we've got Frontier on its way down to the active. Again, with another beautiful tail. We're going to go back over to the active 18 right because we've got that Lone Star Southwest livery heading out next to Nashville. Livery. I'm hoping we might get a chance to see within today's show that Nintendo Super Mario livery on that JetBlue aircraft. I said Jet 2. JetBlue aircraft we saw earlier on. So Frontier being towed down to wherever it's heading. Like I said before, just to the right at the end of the runway here, there is a massive apron, and that tends to be where they store aircraft that aren't being used. It's just along the back here. And when I was out here earlier on in May, there were lots of Spirit Airlines A320s sat there following their unfortunate demise. All gone now. I think a lot of them have headed out to dry storage. Alright, we've got airside ops waiting down here on this taxiway with the blues and twos on. We've got Breeze on the active on 18 right. That United is still sat there in the middle of the airfield. We'll go to that in a second. We've got coming over the bridge, we've got Delta. Look at that, how cool is that? Imagine you're just driving round, going to the airport, picking someone up perhaps, dropping someone off. And also you look over your right shoulder and then you've got one of Delta's A321s taxiing by you. So you can still see that we've got Breeze still sat on the active. Just looking for airside ops who are just over here. There they are. But United still sat on the taxiway between both active runways. Right, next arriving aircraft. Right, Breeze is rolling. in the background there, that Frontier which was being towed, is just being moved to the right hand side of the active in that apron area next to 18 right. Right, we've got Frontier finally on pushback in front of us. We've also got Breeze on pushback to our left. We're going to stay on Frontier. Look at the way they have to turn this aircraft around to enable it to get out of this kind of cul-de-sac of a terminal. Now bearing in mind this started on the far left, right on the far left there, that far left gate. So they've pushed it back and then brought it all the way up here, facing the wrong way, and then they've spun it round to get it out. Next arrival is United Airlines in from New York, Newark. That'll be arriving on 18 left in just a second, followed by Delta from Minneapolis with a 737-900. United 737-800 still sat on the taxiway between the two active runways. no movement from that United 737. Right, just keeping an eye out for those two freighters, which we're hoping to get very, very shortly. I am going to go back over to the active because we do have our next arriving aircraft that's imminent arrival. We've also got over my left shoulder American on pushback. Down from Delta. So that Delta Airlines coming in from Minneapolis with a 737-900. Right, that United, which we've currently got on camera at the moment, that one isn't on radar anymore, so we can't even give any more information on that one. We do have next heading out on 18 right to Dallas Fort Worth Frontier with an A320 Neo. We'll follow her out, and then we shall have another arrival shortly. Got one of American Airlines A319, the minibus, about to pass with another minibus, this one in from Miami. We've also got United's 757-200 heading down to the active. Look at her. Sorry, that's their 300 variant. That's the longest pencil you'll see. 757-300 of United Airlines. This one's going to be heading out to Denver. So our next arrival on 18 and left from Cincinnati is Delta Airlines with a 737-800. Getting her coming in just a second. So 10:26, so that's in about 17 minutes time. We do have the delayed departure of that JetBlue with the Nintendo livery on it. Can't wait to see that again. That should hopefully be heading down towards us from Terminal C. So we've got United heading down their 757-300. We also have Breeze with their A220 about to jump onto the active next. So next departure to Huntsville from Orlando is Breeze with their A220-300. We also have Southwest making its way over the bridge to Memphis, followed by Delta Airlines with their 757-200 to Atlanta, which will be the aircraft we saw come in earlier on today. We also have another aircraft coming over the bridge, another one, this one is Southwest. This one is going to be going out to Columbus. Lots of aircraft on their way out. Cessna Citation on its way down to the active as well. Great to get one of those going out. Still looking out for those two freighters which were due out around now. One of them down to Miami, just a short hop. Next departure is Breeze though, so let's get that one going out with the A220-300. Aircraft currently sat on the taxiway between the two active runways. That must be sat there now for the best part of 30 minutes. Right, next departure, United. With that 757-300. That one going out to Denver. We've got Delta jumping onto the active next. This time another 757 heading down. This one the 200 variant. Now just over my left shoulder I can see DHL has been pushed back. That was a 767 which arrived probably about an hour ago. That's been turned around really, really quickly. Yeah, about an hour ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. So that United has actually moved from position. I was just looking over and I thought, where's it gone? It's actually taxied out over to this side of the airfield. So whether that's a strategic move, and that's meant to be heading over towards maintenance. Not entirely sure. Right, just going over to the active. We've got Southwest heading out next. DHL a second because I think that's going to be, yeah, it's on the move. Now we do have Southwest just jumping on 18 right, which is heading out to Columbus. No details on the banana yet. Oh, there we go, it's just popped up. So this is the one which is headed out to Miami, operated by Cargo Jet. Short jump over to Miami from here. I don't think it's even an hour.
just going to check on the progress of that JetBlue in the Nintendo livery, because I think that might be our final movement of this show. Yeah, it's popped up on radar. It's heading down to the active now, that one, and then heading out to San Jose. So we'll keep an eye on her, because I'd like to get that one going out today as well. So we've got DHL 767-300 freight, which arrived earlier on. It's now heading back out, this time to Miami. And we've also got to the right of it, southwest on finals. Another arriving aircraft, so DHL might be holding for that. So that arriving aircraft is just on finals at the moment. Yeah, DHL holding it short for that arrival. Although Southwest is still on the active. This one is from American Airlines from Chicago with their 737-800. JetBlue with the Nintendo livery is just over my left shoulder. I'm just going to go into it very quickly before we get that DHL departure. How cool is that? DHL on the roll.
from DHL. Let's go back over to that Nintendo livery JetBlue. This will be our final departure of the show today. Massive thank you to everyone who's watching this pre-recorded live show. Thank you for tuning to a slightly different take-in on our lives while we're in Orlando. We will have some proper live streams coming up very, very shortly while we're here. This was just a pre-recorded live show. So our next arriving aircraft is JetBlue as well. This one from Newark, on board the A320-200 in the JetBlue Vacation livery. So another special livery coming in this time from JetBlue. We've also got that JetBlue leaving the airfield as well in the Super Mario Brother livery. What a great catch that one today. The next departure is going to be southwest out to Austin. Arriving aircraft and last one of the show is from Houston, United Airlines with a 737-900. Then we're going to go straight over to JetBlue to the right, that final departure of the show. If you have enjoyed the show, please hit the like button and of course hit that subscribe button if this is something you are enjoying from the channel. And remember, you can become a member of the channel to help support it.
Every bit of support from all of you helps keep this show running week in, week out. And I thank you all in advance for everyone's support of this channel. Can't believe where it's going at the moment. It's on a fantastic trajectory, and I can only thank everyone for their time, effort, and the hours they put in watching this content, commenting. And that is it from Orlando International. I hope you all enjoy this as much as I have filmed it. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring some wonderful aircraft to you from Orlando during the rush hour this morning. And of course, great to get those freighters coming in, and of course the special liveries as well. Got special liveries from Southwest, JetBlue, Frontier as well. Some lovely aircraft, so I really hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. All your support really helps. Big thanks in advance to our moderators, who I know will be around to help out, answer any questions you have from this live show, Louise and Tina as well. I shall see you hopefully again on Thursday, so just in 2 days time. And I shall put up on the socials and obviously on the YouTube channel information about when we will be live for that show. But thanks again, you take care, and I shall see you all again very, very soon.